Americans eat an average of 152 pounds of sugar per year. That's a lot of sugar. And sugar seems to be in everything. Of the 600,000 products you find in the grocery store, 80% of them contain some type of added sugar. So even if the food label doesn't say sugar, there could still be sugar in the product, because there are over 257 different names for sugar. You can see some of them on this slide, or you can check page 126 in your textbook. Over the past 30 years, the food industry has increased the amount of sugar and sweeteners they add to their products, and this has caused us to crave sugar in very large quantities. Now, sugar is very addictive, and the concern is that an increased consumption of sugar can lead to problems such as obesity, diabetes, heart disease, elevated triglycerides, and inflammation in the body. So the World Health Organization and the American Heart Association have come up with recommendations for the amount of added sugar you should have in your diet. For men, they recommend no more than 9 teaspoons per day, and for women and children, no more than 6 teaspoons per day. So take out your super tracker and look for the added sugar, and then find how many grams you consumed per day. When you're reading your food labels or looking at your Super Tracker printouts, you will notice that the sugars are all listed in grams, not teaspoons. So how can you determine how many teaspoons are in a product? First, you take the grams of sugar and divide it by 4. You can do the same thing on your Super Tracker by finding the added sugar and dividing that number by 4. This will tell you how many teaspoons of sugar you consume every day on average. Now that you've figured out how many teaspoons of sugar you consume on average, you can complete your discussion for this week. Keep in mind the goal is to decrease the amount of sugar that we consume in our diet in the form of added sugars. Besides, you don't need to eat a lot of sugar. You're already sweet enough.